You are being watched, not by cameras, not by the state, but by everyone. Every time you step out of your door, you are stepping into an arena of observation. Your neighbors, your colleagues, your friends, your enemies, they are all gathering data. They are reading the slump of your shoulders to see if you are tired. They are listening to the pitch of your voice to see if you are anxious. They are watching your eyes to see what you desire. And the terrifying truth is that you are giving them exactly what they want. You are broadcasting. You are leaking. You are walking through a battlefield with your armor off and your internal schematics painted on your chest. You have been told that this is good. You have been told that transparency is a virtue, that vulnerability is strength, that you should wear your heart on your sleeve. Society tells you this because society wants you to be easy to process. A predictable man is a controllable man. A readable woman is a manageable woman. If I know what you want, I can bribe you. If I know what you fear, I can threaten you. If I know what triggers your anger, I can provoke you. By being open, you are handing the remote control of your nervous system to strangers. You are letting the world dictate your reality. Today, we end this. Today, we initiate the protocol of the ghost. We are going to dismantle the habit of oversharing and replace it with the art of being unreadable. This is not about being shy. It is not about being quiet. It is about being a fortress. It is about becoming a cipher, a puzzle that no one can solve. When you become unreadable, you become dangerous. Not in a physical sense, but in a psychological sense. People fear the dark because they cannot see what is inside it. You are going to become the dark. To understand the art of being unreadable, you must first understand the economy of attention. Attention is a currency. When you react to something, you are paying that currency. When someone insults you and you get angry, you have paid them. When someone compliments you and you beam with joy, you have paid them. You have shown them the exchange rate of your soul. You have shown them that their words have value to you. The unreadable man removes his currency from the market. He does not pay. Imagine a negotiation. Two men sit across from each other. One is talking, explaining, waving his hands, showing his charts, smiling nervously. The other is leaning back, watching, his face a mask of absolute neutrality. Who has the power? The talker is giving away information. The listener is harvesting it. The talker is trying to be understood. The listener is trying to understand. The talker is the prey. The listener is the predator. You have spent your life being the talker, trying to explain your case, trying to justify your existence. You must learn the power of the void. The void is the space where your personality used to be. It is a deliberate emptiness that you present to the world. When people look at you, they should not see John, the accountant who loves golf and worries about his mortgage. They should see a mirror. They should see a surface so smooth and so polished that they only see their own reflection staring back. When you become a mirror, people will project their own fantasies and fears onto you. And this is where the leverage lies. If you are unreadable, the paranoid man will think you are plotting against him. He will reveal his plots to you in an attempt to counter yours. If you are unreadable, the arrogant man will think you are a student. He will reveal his strategies to you to show off. If you are unreadable, the woman who desires you will think you are deep and mysterious. She will chase you to solve the mystery. By doing nothing, by revealing nothing, you trigger the obsessions of everyone around you. You become the Rorschach test of their psyche. But how do we achieve this? It starts with the face. Your face is a traitor. It has betrayed you 1,000 times. A micro expression lasts less than a second, but it tells the whole story. A flash of fear, a twitch of annoyance, a spark of greed. You must train your face to be a graveyard of emotion. This is the neutral mask. It is not a frown. A frown is readable. A frown says, I'm unhappy. It is not a smile. A smile is readable. A smile says, I am pleasing. It is nothing. It is the relaxation of every muscle. It is the dead stare of the shark. Practice this. When someone tells you shocking news, do not gasp. Do not widen your eyes. Simply look, absorb, process. By denying them the reaction, you deny them the reward. People tell you things because they want the dopamine hit of your reaction. When you withhold it, they panic. They try harder. They spill more information. They start to dance for you, trying to get a spark of life out of the statue. And while they dance, you watch. You learn. You evaluate. Next, we must conquer the tongue. Most people speak to fill the silence. They are terrified of the pause. Silence feels like social suffocation to them, so they babble. They tell you about their weekend, their trauma, their plans. They explain themselves before anyone has even asked. To be unreadable, you must befriend the silence. You must learn to let the pause hang in the air until it becomes heavy, until it becomes uncomfortable for the other person. When you are asked a question, do not answer immediately. The immediate answer is a reflex. It is a submission. It says, I am eager to serve you with information. Instead, wait. Count to 3. Look at them. Let them feel the weight of your gaze. In those 3 seconds, the power dynamic flips. They begin to wonder if they asked the wrong question. They begin to doubt their standing. Then you answer. But you answer with economy. You use the fewest words possible. You strip your speech of adjectives and adverbs. You speak in facts, not feelings. I am angry is a feeling. It makes you vulnerable. This is unacceptable is a fact. It makes you authoritative. I hope we can make this work as a plea. Let's see what is possible as a command. Change your vocabulary. Remove the I feel, I think, I believe. Replace them with it is, we will, this requires. Remove the self from the sentence. When you remove the I, you remove the handle that people use to grab you. But being unreadable is not just about silence. If you are completely silent, you become suspicious. You become the creep in the corner. The true master of unreadability knows how to use the fog. The fog is the art of talking without saying anything. It is the art of strategic ambiguity. You must learn to give answers that sound like answers but contain no caloric value. How is business, they ask. It is moving, you say. Are you dating anyone? I'm focusing on a few things right now. What is your plan for the next year? To continue the momentum, these are smoke rings. They look solid for a moment and then they dissolve. You give the other person enough to feel like they had a conversation. But when they walk away and try to recall what you actually said, they find their hands are empty. You have fed them air. This keeps you safe. You cannot be misquoted if you said nothing. You cannot be held to a plan if you never articulated it. You remain fluid. You must also master the false reveal. This is the decoy. Machiavelli knew that to hide a great secret, one must confess a small one. If you are too guarded, people will dig. So you must hand them a shovel and point them to a spot where there is nothing buried. You give them a fake vulnerability. You confess a flaw that doesn't matter. I have a terrible weakness for chocolate, you say with a smile. I'm absolutely useless at navigation, you laugh. I worry too much about my cat. These are decoys. They are pieces of meat you throw to the guard dogs. The dogs eat the meat. They wag their tails. They think, he is human. He is flawed. I like him. And while they are distracted by the decoy, your true vulnerabilities, your ambition, your finances, your resentments, your strategy remain locked in the vault. You have satisfied their need for connection without sacrificing your security. You are playing a character. The character is normal human, but the operator behind the eyes is something else entirely. Now let us speak of the predictable. The predictable man is dead. If I know your routine, I can hunt you. If I know you go to the same coffee shop at 8 a.m., I can find you. If I know you always react to disrespect with aggression, I can bait you. To be unreadable, you must be formless. You must break your patterns. Do not be the same person with everyone. This is not being fake. This is being adaptable. Be water. To the aggressive man, be a rock. To the quiet man, be a listener. To the intellectual, be a philosopher. To the fool, be a jester. Shift your shape so that no two people describe you the same way. He is very serious, says one. No, he's very funny, says another. He is loud, says a third. He is quiet, says a fourth. When the reports on you are conflicting, you are safe. No one can pin you down. No one can unite against you because they are all fighting a different version of you. You are a ghost. You are everywhere and nowhere. This applies to your goals as well. Never ever reveal your next move. The moment you speak your goal into existence, you have created an enemy. Envy is a sleeping giant. Do not wake it. If you tell your friend you are starting a business, he will smile, but inside, a clock starts ticking. He's waiting for you to fail so he can feel better about his own stagnation. If you tell your co-worker you are aiming for a promotion, he will start plotting to block you. Move in silence. Let the results be the only noise. You should be the person who disappears for 6 months and reappears with a new empire. No announcements. No coming soon posts, just the shock of the new reality. When you move in silence, your enemies cannot prepare a defense. They cannot sabotage what they do not know exists. You strike from the fog, and by the time they realize what has happened, the war is already over. You have won. But there is a deeper level to this. It is the emotional alchemy of the unreadable. You must learn to detach from the outcome. The reason you are readable is that you care too much. You care what they think. You care if you get the deal. You care if she likes you. This caring creates anxiety, and anxiety leaks. It shakes your hands. It raises your pitch. It widens your eyes. You must cultivate the mindset of the sovereign. The sovereign does not need. The sovereign has. When you walk into a room, you must believe, truly believe, that you do not need anyone in that room. You are complete. If they like you, fine. If they hate you, fine. If they hire you, fine. If they fire you, fine. You will survive. You will thrive. This internal abundance creates an external force field. When you do not need anything from them, you become terrifyingly attractive. Neediness is a repellent. Autonomy is a magnet. People will try to win your approval because you are not giving it away for free. You become the prize. You are the one who is hard to get. Not because you are playing a game, but because you are genuinely self-contained. You have your own orbit. You are not a moon circling their planet. You are a sun. Let's talk about the specific dynamics. How do you apply this to your boss? The boss wants to own you. He wants to know you are loyal. Give him the performance of loyalty, but keep the mind of a mercenary. Nod. Take notes. Say yes, sir, but never let him know your exit strategy. Never let him know you are smarter than him. If you are smarter than him, hide it. Outshining the master is a fatal error. It makes you a threat. Be competent, but be humble. Let him feel he is the genius. While he is admiring his own reflection in your eyes, you are learning his job, you are gathering his contacts, and you are preparing to surpass him. How do you apply this to a rival? The rival wants to rattle you. He will use insults. He will use gossip. He will try to drag you into the mud. The unreadable man does not wrestle with pigs. When a rival attacks, you do not attack back. You do not defend. You stare. You use the silence. You look at him with a mixture of curiosity and pity. You act as if his attack is a breach of etiquette, a childish outburst. Are you finished? You ask calmly. This destroys him. It frames him as emotional and you as rational. It frames him as a child and you as an adult. By refusing to engage in his war, you win the peace. How do you apply this to love? In romance, mystery is oxygen. If you reveal everything on the first date, you are boring. You are a movie with no plot twists. You must hold back. Reveal yourself in layers, slowly, over years. Always keep a part of your soul, a part of your history, a part of your mind, just for you. This garden that is locked keeps the desire alive. It keeps them wondering. It keeps them chasing. Never become the doormat who is always available. Always transparent, always there. Be the star that is sometimes behind the clouds. Now you must understand the cost. I will not lie to you. The path of the ghost is a lonely path. When you stop sharing your every thought, you will feel a distance grow between you and the herd. You will sit at dinner parties and listen to the noise, the gossip, the complaining, and you will feel like a different species. You will feel the urge to join in, to be part of the gang. Resist it. That loneliness is not a defect. It is the altitude. The air is thinner up here, but the view is better. You are trading the warm, suffocating comfort of the sheep pen for the cold, exhilarating freedom of the mountaintop. You are trading intimacy with the many for mastery over the self. You will have to learn to process your own emotions. You can no longer use your friends as therapists. You can no longer dump your anger onto your partner. You must become your own processor. You must learn to take your anger, your sadness, your fear, and transmute them into fuel. This is the internal combustion engine of the unreadable man. You burn your own smoke. You do not pollute the air around you. This makes you strong. It makes you stable. It makes you the rock that others cling to when the storm comes. And the storm is always coming. The world is chaotic. Economies crash. Relationships end. Chaos ensues. The readable man panics. He runs around screaming. He makes bad decisions based on fear. The unreadable man stands still because he has trained his face to show nothing. His mind learns to feel nothing, or rather to feel, but not to obey. He assesses the damage. He formulates a plan. He executes. He is the captain who does not flinch when the wave hits. And because he does not flinch, the crew looks to him for salvation. This is the ultimate goal, power. Not the power of tyranny, but the power of gravity. By becoming dense, by becoming solid, by becoming unreadable, you develop a gravitational pull. Opportunities, money, and people begin to orbit you. They don't know why. They just know that you feel real in a world of fakes. They know that you are keeping secrets, and they want to know them. You must become comfortable with being misunderstood. In fact, you must enjoy it. Let them call you arrogant. Let them call you cold. Let them call you distant. These are just words they use to describe things they cannot control. If they understood you, they could control you. The fact that they are resorting to labels means you have won. You have escaped their frame. So from this moment on, you are a spy in your own life. You are observing the game, not just playing it. When you walk into a meeting, you're not there to make friends. You are there to gather intelligence. When you walk into a party, you are not there to seek validation. You are there to study human nature. You are constantly collecting data, constantly refining your mask, constantly adjusting your fog. Monitor yourself. Catch yourself. When you feel the urge to explain why you were late, stop. Just say, "I am late." When you feel the urge to tell a stranger your life story, stop. Ask them a question instead. When you feel the urge to complain about the weather, stop. Enjoy the silence. Every time you stop a leak, you build pressure. That pressure is power. It builds up inside you. It makes your eyes brighter. It makes your presence heavier. It turns you into a force of nature. It will be hard at first. Your ego will scream. Your ego wants to be patted on the head. Your ego wants to be told, "Good boy." You must kill the boy. The man does not need to be patted. The man needs to be effective. Think of the great figures of history, the ones who really moved the needle. Were they oversharing on the town square? Were they crying about their feelings to their enemies? No, they were enigmas. They were riddles. They wore the neutral mask. They spoke with the artificial pause. They used strategic ambiguity. They understood that to lead, one must be apart. To rule, one must be unreachable. You are building a cathedral. You are the architect and the stone. No one sees the foundation. No one sees the dark, cold earth where the pillars rest. They only see the spire. Keep your foundation in the dark. Keep your roots underground. If you expose your roots to the light, the tree dies. Protect your roots with silence. As you go forward, remember that this is a practice, not a destination. You will slip. You will get drunk and talk too much. You will get angry and yell. Forgive yourself, reset the mask, and begin again. The goal is not perfection. The goal is trajectory. You are moving away from the noise and towards the signal. The world is noisy. Everyone is screaming, "Look at me. Validate me. Buy me. Love me." Be the silence. Be the void. Be the blank page. Let them write their stories on you and then erase them when they leave. You are the ghost. You are the one who watches. You are the one who knows. And because you know and they do not, you win. Walk softly. Speak less. See everything. Become the puzzle they can never solve. And in that mystery, you will find your freedom. There is a freedom in being unknown. When no one knows who you are, you can be anyone. You are not trapped by your past because you do not talk about it. You are not trapped by your future because you do not promise it. You exist in the eternal now, a dangerous, observant, unreadable force. Welcome to the shadows. It is quiet here. And from here you can control the world. Do not ask for permission to be this way. The sheep will never give the wolf permission to hunt. You simply take it. You take your privacy back. You take your dignity back. You take your power back. Zip your lip. Steady your gaze and let them wonder. Let them guess. Let them fear. You are done being a participant. You are now the operator.